Right. Okay. Then if you start with this one, we'll just go ahead with the first question. We just need some good color for write it. Yeah, right. Okay. For this case question, they mentioned the curve C has an equation y equals to 2x squared x minus 5. Right. Okay. Then just before we come up with this one, I just make a small sketch on this diagram. So you can say there's an intersection of the x-axis and y-axis both become 0. And other one is 5 there. At 5 it has intersection. This is just this is not relevant for this question. I just draw this. It's a cubic graph with a positive coefficient of x. Therefore, you can see the graph becomes somewhere like this. That is just like excess information where we need to get it right. Okay. It's not relevant for this, right? Okay. To come up with that. Right. Okay. A. Then they mention using the calculus. What do you call calculus? Calculus is differentiation and integration both combined as we call as a calculus. So sometimes you might need differentiation for certain questions. Sometimes you might need integration for that question. The x coordinate is the stationary point of C. When you talk about the stationary point means we need to go with the differentiation, right? Initially, to differentiate, we cannot differentiate this. What you need to do is we have to make them into x to the power n form. Therefore, remove the brackets. So 2x to the power 3 minus 10x squared. Then we can go ahead with dy by dx. If you differentiate, it's turn up to 6x squared minus 20x. Then you can write at stationary point, the theory is dy by dx is equals to 0. Right? Okay. That means you can say 6x squared minus 20x is equals to 0. If you take x out, 6x minus 20 is equals to 0. Therefore, x equals to 0 or x equals to 20 over 3 or 10 over 20 over 6 or 10 over 3. So that is what coordinate, x coordinate only we need. So therefore, we need to get this one. So there is no exceptions given for this question because like x is greater than 0 or something. So you can accept the both values of that. So that's the answer for that. Then the part B, hence find the value for x which y is increasing. So the increasing function, so you can say that if a function increasing, what is the theory we know? Dy by dx is greater than 0, positive values, right? Okay. Then dy by dx function is this. So you can, that means 6x squared minus 20x is greater than 0, right? We can identify this as a quadratic inequality. It forms into a quadratic inequality. From this part, we can equate this into 0 and we can obtain these values where it's meet with the x-axis, it's 0. This inequality, it's 10 over 3. Now you can understand that this quadratic equation is, it's a graph with a positive coefficient of x squared. Therefore, it's a graph with the minima. This part is positive, this part is negative, and this part is positive. We are referring to the positive part. That means this part of the answer. That means this bit of it. This part and this part. Therefore, you can say x is greater than 10 over 3 and less than 0. That would be your final answer for this. That's how you need to get it right. Okay, this is pretty simple. You can do it right. Okay. Yes. Right. The adult population of a town at start of 2019, 25,000. So this is A. You have to be a little bit vigilant. The start of 2019. Keep this in your mind. Right. The model predicts that the population will increase by 2%. From here, you can get the common ratio. How to get the common ratio from 2%? If the initial is 100, if you increase by 2%, it will turn up to 102. Okay, right. So, yeah, then we can find the common ratio with that. 102 divided by 100, the common ratio is 1.02. Just keep in your mind. That's a way of understanding this kind of a question. So that the model of the result population start of the each year the following 2019 will be form a geometric sequence. So no need of working out this, it is given, no need of telling it's again, it's geometric. Find accordingly the model of the population of the town at start of 2032. Now, in this case, you have to understand that which, according to this model, the adult population counted start of 232. Then let's see what is this term. U, which term is that? So I'll use blue for that. U, which term is that? Start of 19. Start of 19, the first term. Start of 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 becomes the 14th term. U14. Understood. Start of 232 is U14. You can say the start of 2019 is the first term. Up to this much, there should be 14 terms are there. So you can say AR. A is how much initially? 25,000. R is 1.02 to the power n minus 1. 14 minus 1 would be the answer for this. Let's work out in this and see. It's turn up to 25,000 into 1.02 to the power 14 minus 1 is 13. So that value is 32,340. 32,340.16. So you can ignore that and you can get this answer for that. Population cannot be decimal answer, right? Okay. Then what they mention is it is also modeled that every number of adults in the population gives 5% for the charity. Okay, right. Just okay. Charity 5% for the charity anyway. For the local charity at each start of the each year, find according to this model the total number of money that will given be in local charity by the adult population of the town from 2019 to 2032 inclusive. That give you answer to nearest pound per day. So here there are every year we are giving this money. So it's like cumulation at the end of this term. So this is pretty simple. They are worrying about S14, sum of 14 terms, right? Let's go ahead with initially. We will count the cumulation because they pay £5. So anyway, keep this £5 for a minute. So if you invest £1 for this one, initial year how much they have spent, that should be £25,000 per day. Later on we'll come up with the pounds. So a r to the power n, r is 1.02 to the power n is 14 minus 1 divided by 1.02 r minus 1. From here you can get the sum of the cumulation. I just consider only for £1 per day. If you invest for £1, that is why just the initial amount is 25,000. Other than that, 25,000 into 5 should be 120,000. Just keep it as it is, doesn't make a difference per day. 1.02 to the power 14 minus 1, that answer, divided by 0.2. Sorry, 25,000 into 1.02 to the power 14 minus 1 divided by 0.2. That answers for this bit. 399,348. 348, that is for £1. If you spend for £1, so multiply by 5. This amount should be multiplied by 5. That is turn up into 199,672. So what you need to get here is to the nearest 1,000 up from here. So you can say it's for the nearest 1,000 figure would be pounds 1,997,000. So just like this amount where we need to get it from this question today. Right. When you are working out with this, find the first 4 terms of the ascending power of x and the binomial expansion of this. Right. Let's do this. Initially, first 4 terms put it. First 4 terms of ascending power of x. That means x should start from 0, x to the power 0, x to the power 1, x to the power 2, first 4 terms, x to the power 3. Right. Okay. So we can say this is 12C0, 12C1, 4 terms we need, plus, we can just put plus, 12C2 and 12C3. Then you can say ascending power of x, so the power of 1 should be descended, starting from the highest. Right. Then you can say x over 4 to the power 0, x over 4 to the power 1, x over 4 to the power 2, x over 4 to the power 3. Right. Then you operate it. 12c0 is 1, 1 and 1. 12c1 is 12, 1 and x over 4. 12c2. Let's get this answer and see. 12c2. That is 66. It's turned up to 66 into 1 into x squared over 4 squared. Here, but most of the situation we forget to square this denominator. Please be careful with that. 12c3 is 220. 220 into 1 into x to the power 3 over 64. Right. Okay. For this question, it's turned up to 1 plus this is turned up to 3x. 66 divided by 16. 66 divided by 60, that is 33 over 8. 33 over 8 x to the power 2. 220 divided by 64. 55 over 16. 16 x to the power 3. Like that it goes on with it. That is how it comes, right? Then they mention find the term independent of x in the expansion of this. Right. That means what you need to do is this expansion is here, because like they don't end up going for further expansion, because most probably they might give you this up to this extent. Within that extent you might be getting the answer for this, right? Okay, then let's go ahead with this and see whether right. Initially I just do it in this way. Independent from x means the term without x. That's how it comes to the power this much into this. I just, instead of this, I write this expansion, because that is a extension we need to get it. So x squared plus 55 over 16 x to the power 3, right? Plus goes on over here. Then I'll just simplify this, just no, I think then no, we need to work out for another couple of terms. It's a 3-mark question. First 4 terms x to the power 3. Yeah, if you just do this, it's turn up to, anyway, we just try with this, x to the power 3 plus this is turn up to 8 over x to the power 5. Then over here, 3x plus 33 over 8 x to the power 2 plus 55 over 16 x to the power 3. That means here this is, since it is 1 over x to the power 5 here, there should be another couple of terms should be written over here. The reason is that x to the power 5. So if you multiply this 1 over x to the power 3 with this term, x to the power 3 and x to the power 3 get cancelled and form an equation in independent of x. But x to the power 5 also form another one. Therefore, you need to write another couple of terms over here. And make a, you need to write another few terms. So those terms I'll just write it with a different color. The next two terms would be 12c4 and 12c5. That is, you can write 1 to the power, the next term 1 to the power 8, x over 4 to the power 4. This is 1 to the power 7, x over 4 to the power 5. Like that, you can write another for couple of terms over here. Then that is, if you go ahead with the 12c4, 12c4, that is 495. 495 into 1 times of x to the power 16, 256 with x to the power 4. And this is 12c5, 12c5, 792 into 1 into x to the power 5 over 4 to the power 5 with 4 to the power 5. That is 1024. 1024. Then we can write this expansion. 495 divided by 256. 495 or 256. 495 over 256 x to the power 4, and this is 792 divided by 1024. That is 99 over 128. 99 over 128 x to the power 5. Let's check whether this is fine for the 12C4. 12C4. 495. So can't have, right? Okay. Then put another couple of terms should be written over here to get this answer. That is plus 495 over 256 x to the power 4 plus 99 over 128 x to the power 5. Now see whether this term with this term. I just use different color. If I just expand this one with this one, what do you get with it? This x to the power 3 cancel with this 1 over x to the power 3 and form into the factor of 55 over 16. 16 x to the power 3. Sorry. Without an independent term, because x to the power 3 cancel with x to the power 3. Then if I multiply this term with this term, x to the power 5 with this term, what do you get? There's x to the power 5 with 1 over x to the power 5 get cancels and turn up into 99 over 128. There is a reason I just wrote another two expressions for this. So with this you can get the final answer, which is independent of x. X55 divided by 16 is a one fact, plus 99 over 128 is the other fact. So that is 539 over 128. 539 over 128 would be the answer for that. That's a way of doing this kind of a question. Right. Just make it a little bit smaller. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Right. Here, what you need to do is multiply by 8 over here, because we haven't multiplied with that. Because it is just, this is because this is 1, it happens, but here you have to multiply with 8 with it. So what is that answer? So you just, this is not the final answer. 55 over 16 plus 99 over 8, 99 into 8 divided by 128 with it. Instead of 77 over 8 is the answer. 77.8 is the answer for that. That's a way of getting this right. Okay. Yeah. Then when you come up with this question, fx, x minus 3, this one, where is a constant state remainder when fx is divided by x minus 3. So simply what you can get here is that remainder, we can use the remainder theorem for that. So if it is divided by x minus 3 means you can substitute x minus 3 equals to 0, that is x equals to 3. That's the way of getting this answer. So we will get f3. Then what do you get with it? 3 minus 3 times of 3 times of 3 squared plus 3 plus a minus 35. So this is 0 into this is 0 minus 35. Answer is minus 35 would be the answer for that if you put a remainder. Given that 3x minus 2 is a factor of fx, if it is a factor of fx, what is the theory we know? If it is equals to 0, 3x minus 2 equals to 0 means x equals to 2 over 3. If you substitute 2 over 3, f2 over 3, answer must be 0. That is what you call a factor. Factor means if you divided by 3x minus 2, the remainder is 0. Right. Then you can say part B is, you can write, you are dividing by 3x minus 2 equating to 0. You get the answer x equals to 2 over 3. According to the factor theorem, from factor theorem, you can say f 2 over 3 is equals to 0. Let's see how it comes with it. Then you can just put it to this much. So you can say 2 over 3 minus 3 times of 3 times of 2 over 3 squared plus 2 over 3 plus a minus 35 is equals to 0, right? Then if you just simplify this, 2 over 3 minus 3 is, this is minus 9, it's minus 7 over 3. This part you can say 4 over 3 plus 2 over 3 plus a is equals to, I'll bring this minus 35 to the other side with a plus 35. So it's turn up to, if you add this to 6 over 3, 6 over 3 is 2 plus a is equals to 35. I'll bring this term to this side into 3 divided by minus 7. So a is equals to minus 17. So simply you can get this answer, right? Okay, see. Using algebra, show that each step of working for the fully factorized of fx. Now, how do you supposed to do this, right? Okay. So you can say now fx is equals to, according to this one, x minus 3 times of 3x squared plus x minus 17 minus 35. To factorize it while keeping this some other exceptional terms, you cannot do it anyway. You have to expand this bracket. If you expand these brackets, you know that this is 3x cube plus x squared minus 17x. Then if you multiply with this is minus 9x squared minus 3x plus 51 plus 51 minus into minus into this much minus 35. Then this is the entire expanded version, because while keeping those additions you cannot do this. After that only you can do the factorizing. So it's, if you just do it, it's 3x squared minus 8x squared minus 20x plus 16. Now how to factorize this? Anyway, we know that they have given 3x minus 2 is a factor. Then we will do it. 3x squared, sorry, I just need some little bit of a space. I just erase this bit of it. Then just divide 3x squared, 3x cube there, so it's not x squared, 3x cube minus 8x squared minus 20x plus 16. I have to divide it by how much? Because we know that 2x minus 2 is a factor. Yeah, 3x minus 2 is a factor. 3x minus 2 is a factor. So now we have to see whether how many 3x terms are there for 3x cube. 3x, how much of them? Sorry, I can say 3x cube over 3x. It's x squared. So just x squared, write it. Then expand the entire stuff from x squared. X squared into 3x is 3x cube. X squared into minus 2 is minus 2x squared. Then subtract it. This is 0 minus 6x squared. Then bring the next term down. This term down. Now see whether how many 3x terms are there for minus 6x squared. Divide by 3x. It's minus 2x. Yes. Minus 2x. Then if you just do it, minus 6x squared plus 4x. If you subtract it is 0. Minus 20 minus 4 is minus 24x plus 16. Then see whether how many 3x terms are there for minus 24x. 3x. It's minus 8. Always you're looking at the first term to first term. The first term to first term. First term to first term. It's minus 8. That is minus 24x plus 16. Answer is 0. Then you can write fx in this format. Fx equals to 3x minus 2 is a one part of it. Other part is x squared minus 2x minus 8. Now see where is this term factorized further. Yes, this is turned up to x minus 4x plus 2. You can write the final answer with that. That's a way of getting this answer. Yeah, just if you just make it smaller, then you can see the full question at once. We may need it like this, where now you can see the question, right? Okay. Yeah, this is the full question. Yeah. If you want to get the width of a half, this is width of a strip piece. Difference between these two. First y coordinate is this, 4.25 plus last y coordinate, it's here. 16.06 plus 2 times of intermediate coordinates. That means this one with this one. So you can say 6.427 plus 9.125 plus 12.34. Okay, you can get the answer for that. Then if you just work out, you get the answer. The first y coordinate is 4.25 plus last y coordinate is 16.06 plus 2 times of intermediate coordinates. 6.427 plus 9.125 plus 12.34. Let's turn up to this 19.0335. 19.0235. Right. That is the answer for that. Then what they want, using the part of, using the answer in part B and making your method, making your method clear, estimate this one. Now let's see how do you get this fact. So we have answer for this. Then for C, the range is not a problem, the same thing. I will expand this bracket with the x squared minus 3x plus this is half to the power x. Now let's try to isolate this integration from here. Then I can write this is 2 to the power 4 x squared plus half x, half to the power x. Plus this one you can write it as a different integration. Minus 3x from 2 to 4. So you can just break up into two integration because these two integration answer for this two integration is remaining over here. Right. Then let's go ahead with this. Then you can write this answer is exactly similar to the previous part of it. 19.0235. Plus this integration you can write minus 3x to the power 2 over 2 from 2 to 4. So we just do it and see whether what that answer. Come to minus 19.0235 plus this is 3 over 2 times of 4 to the power 2 minus 3 times of 2 to the power 2 over 2. From here you can obtain the answer for that. That's the integration of that value is minus 18. 19.0235 minus 18 is the answer for that. Let's turn up to then 1.0235 would be the final answer for this question. Yeah. That is how you need to get. Sorry, I think it's too small. This is the y to the power ax for a fractional graph answer, and this one will be the other answer for that. Yes. Let's do this quickly. So initially what we did was figure 1 shows a sketch of a curve with center is this way and the line is this. The equation of Pn. So you know that Pn is perpendicular to line L. Here the gradient is half. Therefore, the other part of the gradient is, you can say, product is minus 1 since these two are perpendicular to each other, because we know that tangent and line drawn from tangent point to center is perpendicular. With the look at the gradient, then we can put in the formula y minus y naught equals to gradient times of x minus x naught, where x naught, y naught is this coordinate and the gradient is minus 2. From here you get this answer. Then the next part, what we have done is equation of C. To find the equation of C, we need the radius. To find the radius, we need the coordinate of P. How to find the coordinate of P? We know that at P, the line y equals to half x and this line y equals to minus 2x plus 7 meet each other. By solving them as simultaneous equation, you can obtain the intersection coordinate with it. That is this bit. After that, you can find the radius and find the equation of the circle. That's the way of doing this initially. Just copy down the first part of the question, after come up with the next part. Yeah. So here, this division, you wrote it as a subtraction. This square root is power half. So you just take half out and you can write it log a is 1 with that half minus k, right? Okay. If you come up with part 2, just like this. I just do it with the usual color. Then what we can do with this question today? Here, this one you can write log a squared plus log AB divided by, you cannot do anything, you can write log AB cube. Then over here, log A squared is 2, because you know that square, sorry, if the base is same, so just like same concept, log A, log 2 8 is, log 2 8 means log 2 2 to the power 3. So if that means, what do you call that? 3 is the answer for this question. Right. Okay. Then log AB, they have given the answer for that is K. Divide by this bit. Here for this part, what you can do here is, I can just write this. I can take this power out and write it. 3 times of log AB. Log AB, we know that it's equals to K. So it can write is 3K. It's the final answer for that. Then this bit. Third one is summation n goes from 1 to 50K plus log A B to the power n. Then over here you can write this is n goes from 1 to 50 K plus, I can take this n out, n times of log AB. They have given log AB is K kila dila dina. Then we can write this is this summation n goes from 1 to 50 K plus NK. Right. Then what you can get here is that, so you can write this is summation n goes from 1 to 50. This is, if you take K out, 1 plus n. Right. Then we need to get the sum of this. How many marks for that question? It's, yeah. See, it's just a 3-mark question for that. Okay. Let's see how to do this. Then you can say, if I take K, this is, if you just do it, we can just write a couple of terms and see whether what kind of a progress is that. If n is 1, 1 plus is 2K. If it is 2, it's 3K. It's 4K, like that it goes on. But now you can see it's a arithmetic progression of first term of 2K and common difference of K. There are how many terms? You are adding from 1 to 50 means there should be 50 terms are there. So you can say S50 is equals to 50 divided by 2, 2 into 2K plus n minus 1. 50 minus 1 D, D is K. It's done up to 25 times of 4K plus 49K. That is done up to 49 plus 4 is 53. 53K into 25. It's into 25. So you get the answer for that. So you can write 53 into 25. It is 1325. 1325K is the final answer for that. That's a way of getting this kind of a question. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to find this integration, this area, we have to integrate this function from 2 to 4. 2 to 4, and but the problem is that we cannot integrate this because this is not x to the power n form. So I'll just get this one separately and try to simplify this first of all. Divide by 2x squared minus 5 over 2x squared from 2 to 4. Then if you simplify this, you can understand that this is 2 to 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4, x to the power. If you divide, you have to subtract the powers, but the 3 over 2. Still, I'm simplifying this. Minus 2 over 5, bring this x up and write it as x to the power minus 2. What is the use of writing like this? The reason is that we know how to integrate x to the power n, not any other thing, right? Okay. Then you can write this is 4 x to the power 3 over 2 plus 1 is 5 over 2 over 5 over 2 plus, sorry, minus 2 over 5 times of x to the power minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1 over minus 1 from 2 to 4. If you simplify this 2 goes up. 8 over 5 x to the power 5 over 2 minus, sorry, minus turn up to plus. Plus 2 over 5 is x to the power minus 8. You can brought it down and you can write it as this. Right. That's way. Then you can get the final answer for that. So you can write 8 over 5, substitute the upper boundary, 4 to the power 5 over 2 plus 2 over 5, 4 minus substitute the lower bound put 8 over 5, 2 to the power 5 over 2 plus 2 over 5 times of 2. From here you can get the final answer for that. Let's get this answer. That is 4 over 2, and this is 8 square root of alpha x minus 5 divided by 2x squared. That is turn up to let's see 1.03, but I think they expect you to find the exact area with it. That you cannot use a calculator and you can obtain this answer. Anyway, let's try to find out this answer. Then I just make it a little bit expand and you can see it. This is this one. 8 over 5, 4 to the power 5 over 2 put it. 4 to the power 5 over 2 is, you can just put the calculator and you can understand that it's turn up to 32. Minus this is 2 over 20 is the first part of it. Minus this is 8 over 5 times of 2 to the power 5 over 2 put it. 2 to the power 5 over 2, you just put it in the calculator and you will understand that it's turn up to 4 root 2. Minus this is 2 over, sorry, what's 1 over 5. Right, then you can say this is 632 into 8. 32 into 8 is 64, 120, 256. 256 over 5 minus 1 over 10 minus here this is 32 root 2 over 5 minus 1 over 5. So if you simplify this, yeah, that method again, 256 over 5 minus 1 over 10, 511 over 10.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, but anything, any doubt? Or just in one product? No,
At the when we were solving the integration part separately,
yeah,
should it be 4x to the power minus 3 over 2?
4x to the power, yes, exactly. This is minus 3 over 2, but then it's, yeah, then yes, we have to erase this everything. That's the point. Other than that is why we don't get the proper answer for this.
Sir, and the 5 over 2x square,
Yeah,
should it be minus 5 over 2x to the power minus 2?
yeah, this is one thing. So you if you bring this 2 up, it's turned up to minus 2. It doesn't make impact on this answer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Because it's because when you take it out up, the what you call power turn up to negative, right? This is 4 times of x to the power minus 3 over 2 plus 1 is minus 1 over 2 divide by minus 1 over 2 minus 2 over 5 times of this is x to the power minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1 over minus 1. We'll do it nicely. Other than that, you don't get it perfectly. It's up to minus 8. X to the power minus half, you can say here x to the power half. This is minus minus turn up to plus 2 over 5. You can write it down and you can write it as this. It's turn up to 2 and 4. If you substitute 4 minus 8 over 4 to the power half plus 2 over 5 times of 4 minus, if you substitute 2 minus 8 over 2 to the power half plus 2 over 5 times of 2. Right. Then if you just do it, it's just making an answer. I just make, I thought it is wrong. Minus 8 of 4 to the power half is minus 4 to the power half is 2 minus 4 plus this is turn up to plus 2 over 521 over 10. That is it. Minus this bit is minus 8 over root 2. This is minus 8 over root 2. Minus 8 over root 2 is 4 root 2. 4 root 2 and this is 1 over 5. If you just do it with a minus 4 plus 1 over 10. So it's turned up to minus 4 plus 1 over 10 minus 4 root 2 minus 1 over 5. Here, some point is missing. Where we made the mistake. Let me see. Half x squared. Just the question is 8 root x minus 5 over 2x squared. 8 root x is 8x to the power half over 2x squared minus 5 over 2x. Yeah, 8 root 2 is just 4x to the power minus 3 over 2. It's minus 4 is minus 2. That's great. Okay. Then if you just do it, x to the power minus half, minus 3 over 2 plus 1 is 2, minus 5 over 2 into this is, so this is plus. The quarter minus 8 divided by x to the power minus 3 over 2, it's x to the power minus half, it's minus 8. Instead of minus 8 over x to the power half, 4, it's 2. It's minus 4 plus 2 over 4. It's minus 8 over 2 to the power half. Yeah, this is plus 4 root 2. Yeah, that's great. It is minus, but minus, that's the problem. Right, okay. Now you get the answer. Then you can say minus 4 plus 1 over 10 minus 1 over 5 is this bit. So the answer is 4 root 2 minus 41 over 10. 41 over 10. So you get the answer for that. 4 root 2, that's the final answer. Minus, yeah, that's it. Right. From here you can get this answer. Just check whether is there anything to be corrected. Right. Then that's it. Then the next part is the region R, sorry, find the value for constant K such that, this is a different question. So initially shall you do the first part of it? Other than that, it gets confused with the next
I did the first part, sir.
part of it. Then the next part of the question is minus 3 to 6. Integration of minus 3 to 6 x squared over 2 plus k, x squared over 2 plus k is equals to 55. Equals to 55. Right. Then what you need to get here is that we need to find the value for k. Right. Okay. If you integrate it, turn up to x cube over 2 into 3 is 6. Plus this is k. K is just a constant. From minus 3 to 6 is equals to 55. Right. Then if you just put it 6 cube. So 6 cube over 6, that is 36. 36 plus 6k. If you put minus 3, minus 3 cube is minus 27 over 6. Minus 3k is equals to 55. So if you simplify this, 36 plus 6k plus 27 over 3. 27 over 6 is 9 over 2 plus 9 over 2 plus 3k equals to 55. If you simplify this, turn up to 18k. And if you add them together, 36 plus 9 over 2, that is 81 over 2, 55 minus that answer. 29 over 2. It's equals to 29 over 2. Therefore, k become 29 over 36 is the final answer for that. That's a way of doing this question. Right? Okay, I just make it a little small, then you can see that. There's some fat ones. It should be 9k, ne? The quota.
Yes, sir.
Not 18k. Yeah, the 9k equals to 29 over 2, so it should be k equals to 29 over 18, no? That's it. Now it's correct, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yes. Okay. This is the next part of the question. Solve for 0 to 180, the sine 2 theta minus 10 equals to 1. Right, okay. For this question, initially, we need to rearrange this range. Right. What you do is we just take For the range of theta is 0 to 180. Therefore, 2 theta range become how much? Multiply by 10. 2 both sides this much. 0. 0 to 360. Then 2 theta minus 10 would be 352 minus 10. Right. So for this answer, we need to find the solutions for this range for 2 theta minus 10. So I'll get this answer as this way. To do this question, it's this convenience of calculation. I'll just get it as some kind of a value a. Therefore, it's turned up to 3 sine a equals to 1. Right. Okay, let's try to do this question. Right. Then part A. 3 sine a equals to 1. Therefore, you can say sine a equals to 1 over 3. A equals to sine inverse 1 over 3. Right. Then let's get this answer. Over 3. Right. Then that value is 19.47. Right. So the first angle, it's 19.47. Just keep this answer as it is. Then we need to find the solutions for range of how much? So up to 350. Yeah. Then we can get the second angle. Just keep some space. Can write A2 is equals to, how to get the second angle? 180 minus the first angle. 19.47. 180 minus the first angle. That is 160.53. A2 is 150.53. Right. Okay. Then again, you cannot go ahead because 360 plus 1, it exceeds the range over here. Negative range also does not comes. But we need the solutions for theta, but they're not for A. Because we just get A as 2 theta minus 10. So you can write this way. 2 theta minus 10 equals to 19.47. Therefore, theta is equal to how much? 19.47 plus 10 divided by 2. From here, you can get the first angle. From here also, you can say 2 theta minus 10 is equals to 150.53. Therefore, theta is equals to 150.53 plus 10 divided by 2. So when you get the range for 2 theta, so this one, and if you get the answer, definitely the solution for theta will fall into this range. It doesn't make a problem with that. So definitely you can get this answer for theta 1 and theta 2. That's it for that. Right. Okay. Then given that A is in between pi to 2 pi, the part B, find for Scholl working for the value for 3 decimal values. So let's see. The first 3 terms of arithmetic sequence are sine alpha over 1 over tan alpha and 2 sine alpha. Show that this. How do you get that answer? So we know that if it is an arithmetic progression, the difference between first, so the terms are sine alpha, 1 over tan alpha, and 2 sine alpha. Then if it is so, the difference between first two is similar to the difference between these two. That's a fact we have to get it. Sine alpha, sorry, 1 over tan alpha minus sine alpha must be similar to 2 sine alpha minus 1 over tan alpha. That's a relationship where we should form to get this answer. The difference between first two is similar to difference between second two. That's the usual way we can get it. So you can tan alpha and sine alpha, but in your final answer, it consists of only cos and sine. Therefore, I write tan alpha as sine alpha over cos alpha minus sine alpha equals to 2 sine alpha minus 1 over sine alpha over cos alpha. Then you know that this cos alpha can come up. Cos alpha over sine alpha minus sine alpha equals to 2 sine alpha over minus cos alpha over sine alpha. Let's see what is the final answer they expect. Sine squared and cos squared. Yeah, that's it. Then to make this, I'll just multiply all of these terms with sine alpha. Then I can remove the sine alpha in the denominator. So what happened here? This is turned up to cos alpha minus sine squared alpha equals to 2 sine squared alpha minus cos alpha. So it's turned up to, if you brought it here, 3 sine squared alpha is equals to 2 cos alpha. That's the fact they want to show. I think that's it. Then they mention solve this and obtain the final answer for this Pute. So what you can get, what is the range they have given is, just 1 second, 0 to 2 pi, sorry, pi to 2 pi only we need to get the answers for alpha, right? Let's see. Then we can understand that Pute, while keeping sine and cos, you cannot do anything. Then e equals to 3, instead of sine squared, I can write 1 minus cos squared alpha. The reason for this to form into this way, while keeping sine and cos, you cannot simplify this. It's turn up to 3 minus 3 cos squared alpha equals to 2 cos alpha. Then you can write 3 cos squared alpha plus 2 cos alpha minus 3 is equals to 0. From here, you can get the answer for cos alpha. It's a quadratic format. 3, 2, and minus 3. One answer is 0.72. The other answer is minus 1.38. This is not possible because cos value cannot be exceed that value. So can write cos alpha equals to 0.72. Then just a little bit concerned about this one, Pute. The final answer they expect to write in pi to 2 pi. Then this is the radian format. So we just get the first angle, pi to 2 pi. Pi to 2 pi means what is it? Randomly, what was that figure? Put 3.14 to 6.28 answer they expect. Put then you can say alpha is equals to cos inverse 0.72. Sorry, it's in radian mode. You need to get it. 0.766. Alpha 1 is 0.766. This is not there. Then how to get the next angle? 2 pi minus alpha. 5.516. 5.516, that is the answer which is in this range. This is not the answer, right? That's a way of getting this right. Okay. Let's do 2 questions quickly. We'll go to the first question first. After that, you can go to the next one. Okay. When you come up with this question, the curve C has an equation of this, where some kind of a variables are there, where I be the constant given that 0.25 lies on C. That means if I substitute 2, the y value should be 5. So I can say 5 equals to 2 cube is 8a minus 12 plus 6 plus b. From here you get the answer 8a plus b is equal to 6 plus minus 6. It's 11. It's my first equation. You can get that information from here. Find the value for a and b. The gradient of the curve at 2, 5 is 7. This is one equation, you can get it. The second equation, you can find the gradient. You can say the gradient is related with what? Gradient is related to the differentiation. dy by dx. Nothing to worry with this a and b. Just consider them as constant. If you differentiate it, turn up to 3a x to the power 2 minus 6x plus 3 is the answer for that. Then gradient at 2, 5 is 7. That means dy by dx at x at that point is 2 equals to 7. So you can write 3a times of 2 squared minus 6 times of 2 plus 3 equals to 7. Then you can write this is 12a minus 12 plus 3 minus 12 plus 3 equals to 7. Therefore, 12a is equals to 12a equals to minus 12 plus 3 is minus 9 plus 9. It's 16. Therefore, a become 4 over 3. Then you know the a. Then from here you can write 11 is equals to 8 times of 32 over 3 plus b. With this you can say b is equals to 1 over 3. That's the answer for that. The prove that curve C has no turning points. prove that curve C has no turning point. How do you do it today? So you know that part B, dy by dx, we know that a is 4 over 3 today. Then you can say 3 times of 4 over 3x squared minus 6x plus 3. If you just do it, 4x squared minus 6x plus 3 at turning point. What is the condition we know? Dy by dx is equals to 0. That is, you can write 4x squared minus 6x plus 3 is equals to 0. Then what you can say? I think this does not have a solution. So if you get like b squared minus 4ac, and you can prove that minus 6 squared minus 4 into 3 equals to 0. Sorry, this bit. So if you get it, 36 minus 48, it's minus 12. Minus 12 is less than 0. Therefore, you can say no solutions. No solutions. Therefore, no solutions. No solutions. That means what you can say, therefore, dy by dx is not turn up into 0. You can say not turning point. You can write the answer for that. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.